Hi everyone. So let's get started with another collection type available in a Python like a dictionary, and then we'll see about the sets. So what is dictionary? So before that I want to recall some of the things from our earlier video of list data type what we have learned. So inside the list data type, every single element or values available we were trying to reference with some numeric indexing like a 0, 1, 2. Mostly it starts with a 0, and every single element we can access with those positive numbers or some sort of negative numbers. So it's a positive integer based indexing only. But now let's say if I want to store some data which is having a not positive indexing but some sort of label indexing. So let me give some concrete example. So let's say I have a couple of my friends, and for all of those friends I want to keep their phone numbers. So let's say John has some phone number, or Alice has some phone number, or Bob has some phone number, and I want to store this thing. So if I try to store those things into list, I can just simply stores like a in a list zeroth element like a John's phone number, and then Alice's phone number, then Bob's phone number. But in that case I have to keep one thing in your mind, that zeroth position belongs to John, and then first position belongs to Alice, and second position belongs to Bob. So those kind of mapping we have to keep in our mind. But instead of that, let's say those 0, 1, 2 kind of positive integer based indexing, if you have a indexing like a John itself as a name, or Alice itself as a name, or Bob itself as a name, so it would be much better. So if you want to store some data which is having some sort of label indexing or kind of key value pair kind of data set, so in that case you have to use the dictionary collection type available in a Python. So if you are already familiar with the other programming language, might be you use like a hash map kind of data type or data structure. So dictionaries you can consider equivalent to those kind of hash map, that key and a value you want to store it. So let's just create a first dictionary. So we want to store a couple of my friends phone number. So to create the dictionary we have to use such a kind of curly braces, and all those element available inside this dictionary will be separated by comma. So comma, I want to keep let's say 3. So before this first comma I will keep 1, then after that I will keep another one between that, and after the second comma I will keep the third records. So first record I'll keep it for let's say John. Now John here will be a key. Instead of that 0, let's keep John, and let's say John's phone number will be something like this. Okay, and I want to keep another one like a Alice. Okay, and last one let's keep like a Bob. Okay, so this is the dictionary. So here we have not just given a value to store inside the dictionary. Instead of that we have given some kind of label indexing also. So instead of 0, 1, 2 in our list data structure, now in dictionary it becomes like a John, Alice and Bob. So instead of I am asking this dictionary that give me the phone number at 0th location, I am just asking that give me the phone number of my friend John, give me the phone number of my friend Alice. So that will be a little bit natural way of asking and extract the data. Okay, so this is the dictionary. Let me just execute it, and it has returned us the brand new dictionary object. Let's just assign it one variable. Let's say my phone book. Okay, now if I just try to find the type of this my phone book, it is a dict type. So it's a dictionary type object available in a Python. Let's say if you want to grab only keys, so you can use such a kind of keys method. So now it has returned us the dict underscore keys type of object, which is having a total 3 values, which is nothing but a John, Alice and a Bob only. If you want to grab, let's say, only values, so you can use this values method, and all those 3 phone number it has returned. But alone this keys and alone this value just doesn't make sense. It just makes sense when you want to grab some data based on some key. So let's say if I want to grab the Alice phone number, so I can just simply use like a my phone book. Let me create some more few cell. Yeah, it has again executed. Now inside the bracket notation, instead of passing 0, 1, 2, I am going to pass here Alice. Now every time I'm trying to correlate with a list data structure, because dictionary is the data structure which is giving the advantage over list data structure, that it is having a label indexing. If I just execute it, it will just return me the Alice phone number only. Now let's say if you want to print all those keys and a phone number in some sort of tabular format or line by line, so you can even iterate over every single keys. So we can use like a for loop mechanism. Let's say for key in, let's say my phone book dot keys. Now for every single keys what we have retrieved at this particular statement, we are iterating over, because this is a iterable object, this dict underscore keys. Let's just print keys only. Sorry. So John, Alice and Bob. Let me just extend it. So I am just going to extend into next cell. Let's say along the key I want to print values also. So I can use the same dictionary like my phone book, and instead of passing individual specific keys, now I'm going to pass our temporary variable key here. So you can see John corresponding to this number, Alice corresponding to this, and a Bob corresponding to this number. So that is what the basic idea behind how to deal with the dictionary data type or dictionary collection type available in a Python. Now let's see the another one like a set. So let me create some few cells. Okay, so sets is you might have heard this sets like a, you can say, collection of object, but some more and a very specific definition like a unique collections of object. You might have learned those sets related definition in a mathematics also, sometimes in a high school mathematics algebra might be. So sets is nothing but the unique collections of object. So let's say I am trying to create one set. So sets you can create with such a kind of curly braces, and inside the curly braces you can just simply give like your all objects or element you want to put it. So let's just keep ABC for the sake, and it has returned me the brand new created sets. Now let me just assign these sets to the some variable. So let's say my set. If you try to find what is the type of this my set, it will return a just set, means set type of object. Now let's apply some methods. So let's say my set, if I want to add some element, so I can just simply use, let's say D, I want to add it, and if I just print it again, I have now total 4 elements. Now suppose if I try to add B again instead of some new unique element, this is like a repeating element. So if I try to do it, you can see what will happen. Our set object has not been changed, because the basic characteristic behind this set is nothing but you can just put only unique object inside this particular sets. You can even apply the operations like let's say if you want to remove C, and if you just observe afterwards, A, B and D only available. Let's see what more things we can do on the top of these sets. So my sets dot and tab. So there are a number of different things like a intersection of two different sets you can do, difference and union of two different sets. You can pop you can union, you can update. So a couple of more methods are there. It is resembling with what you have learned inside the mathematics. So you can experiment with different methods and attributes available on the top of this set. You can create even two different sets and you can find union and intersection and all those things. Okay, because my idea behind this particular section and this particular video is to give you an overview that these are some of the very important Python concept to get started, and you should have those basic understanding behind that. Okay, so that is all about the dictionary collection type and a sets collection type available in a Python. Now in the next video we'll see another very important concept in a Python, like a functions. Okay, so that is all about this video. See you into next video.